Hi everyone, Radhe Radhe. I was confused for a moment. I was like, huh, what am I doing? Okay, we're in this video, we're going to be doing Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 8. Um, so yeah, I spoke a lot in the previous video, so I'm going to keep this video focused. Let's call out to Bhagwan Shri Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Dear Bhagwan Shri Krishna, please give us. I'm going to do this prayer. I'm going to give this disclaimer, I think, before every time. I'm going to do this prayer for myself. And if you want to join in this prayer, you're welcome to. I don't want to push you into a prayer that you're not ready for or you do not want. So I am going to say me. I'm going to use the word me, not us. And then you can choose to take that on as and say me or not. Or you can have your own prayer. Dear Bhagwan Shri Krishna, please give me the such intense bhakti from reading this Srimad Bhagavatam that I want to do nothing else in life other than to serve you. In this life and in eternal life, I want to do nothing else other than serve you. I just want pure prem. I want pure bhakti. Please help, because Srimad Bhagavatam is meant to do that. So please help. Okay, so let us read chapter 8, and it's Queen Kunti prayers. These are like one of the most powerful things that I've heard. There's a book that I have by Bhakti Vigyan Maharaj. Actually, it's right here, Healing Prayers. I don't know if you can see. This is the book by him, and I have read just a little bit so far, but I'm very, very excited. Whatever little I've read, it's amazing. So yes, I'm very, very. This is an amazing topic, and I didn't realize it was so early on. Okay, so let's see how many. I didn't check. 52. Okay. It helps me know how fast to go. Okay. Text 1. Prayers by Queen Kunti and Parikshit Saved. I'm not sure who Parikshit Saved is. Parikshit Maharaj? Is it the same Parikshit Maharaj who Shukdev Goswami was speaking to? Okay. Text 1. Sutta Goswami said, thereafter, the Pandavas, desiring to deliver water to the dead relatives who had desired it, went to Ganga with Draupadi. The ladies walked in front. Desiring to deliver water to the dead relatives who had desired it. Text 2. Having lamented over them and sufficiently offered Ganga water, they bathed in the Ganga, whose water is sanctified due to being mixed with the dust of the lotus feet of the Lord. I don't know that story. Text 3. There sat the king of the Kurus, Maharaj Yudhishthir, along with his younger brothers and Dhritarashtra, Gandhari, Kunti, and Draupadi, all overwhelmed with grief. Lord Krishna was also there. I'm not sure if the war is over at this time or not, because in the previous chapter, it was just that Ashwathama was captured after Ashwathama killed all the 5 sons of Draupadi while they were sleeping, which is very cowardly thing to do. It's not like, you're supposed to kill in battle, not while they're sleeping. That's stupid. But he was caught by Arjun. He was tied and then he was released. His hair was cut off and his jewel was removed, but he was released. So I don't know if the war is over at this point or not. Text 4. Citing the stringent laws of the Almighty and their reactions upon living beings, Lord Sri Krishna and the Munis began to pacify those who were shocked and affected. Okay, so Krishna Bhagwan also began to pacify people. Text 5. The clever Duryodhan and his party cunningly usurped the kingdom of Yudhishthir, who had no enemy. But by the grace of the Lord, the recovery was executed, and the unscrupulous kings who joined with Duryodhan were killed by him. Others also died, their duration of life having decreased for their rough handling of the hair of Queen Draupadi. So basically all those people who were like horrific, they died. Text 6. Lord Sri Krishna caused 3 well-performed Ashwamedha Yagyas, horse sacrifices, to be conducted by Maharaj Yudhishthir, and thus caused his virtuous fame to be glorified in all directions, like that of Indra, who had performed 100 such sacrifices. Yeah, this one is it makes me cringe a little bit because you're killing the horses, but apparently the horses get liberated, but still, it's like, but yeah, so it seems like the war is over and they're now doing that. Text 7. Lord Shri Krishna then prepared for his departure. Yeah, it must, the war is over. He invited the sons of Pandu after having been worshipped by the Brahmanas headed by Srila Vyasadeva. The Lord also reciprocated greetings. Text 8. As soon as he seated himself on the chariot to start for Dwarka, he saw Uttara hurrying towards him in fear. Text 9. Uttara said, O Lord of Lords, Lord of the universe, you are the greatest of mystics. Please protect me. Please protect me, for there is no one else who can save me from the clutches of death in this world of duality. Text 10. O my Lord, you are all powerful. A fiery iron arrow is coming towards me fast. My Lord, let it burn me personally if you so desire, but please do not let it burn and abort my embryo. Please do me this favor, my Lord. Text 11. Suta Goswami said, having patiently heard her words, Lord Sri Krishna, who is always very affectionate to his devotees, could at once understand that Ashwathama, the son of Dronacharya, had thrown the Brahmastra to finish the last life in the Pandav family. Because Uttara's son, unborn son, was the last person in the Pandav family. Text 12. O foremost among great thinkers, Munis, Shaunaka, seeing the glaring Brahmastra proceeding towards them, the Pandavas took up their five respective weapons. Text 13. The Almighty Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, having observed that a great danger was befalling his unalloyed devotees, who were fully surrendered souls, at once took up his Sudarshan Chakra to protect them. Text 14. The Lord of Supreme Mysticism, Sri Krishna, resides within everyone's hearts as the Paramatma. As such, just to protect the progeny of the Kuru dynasty, he covered the embryo of Uttara by his personal energy. Text 15. O Shaunaka, the glory of Brigu's family, although the supreme Brahmastra weapon released by Ashwathama was irresistible, without check or counteraction, it was neutralized and foiled when confronted by the strength of Vishnu or Krishna. Text 16. O Brahmanas, do not think this to be especially wonderful in the activities of mysterious and infallible personality of Godhead. By his own transcendental energy, he creates, maintains, and annihilates all material things, although he himself is unborn. Text 17. Thus saved from the radiation of the Brahmastra, Kunti, the chaste devotee of the Lord, and her 5 sons and Draupadi addressed Lord Sri Krishna as he started for home. Okay, so this I was reading until this. I was certain that this part is over, and this part is over. So I'm going to talk about something that I heard recently that just is so beautiful, that expands on this. Okay, so text 14, when it says he covered the embryo of Uttara by his personal energy, it's not just that he covered the embryo of Uttara, he actually entered the embryo of Uttara. So Parikshit Maharaj, who was there in the womb of Uttara, he had darshan of Krishna in the womb. So he actually saw Krishna Bhagwan in his womb. Now, later on, when everybody, Pandavas and Krishna Bhagwan, had left the planet, and Parikshit Maharaj was grown up, he was a king. He was cursed, but that's a whole story of why he was cursed. But he was cursed and he had only 7 days to live. And that's when he was hearing this Bhagavatam from Shukdev Goswami, which is not what we're reading right now. So we are reading this thing because of the mercy of Parikshit Maharaj, who begged who said, I have 7 days to live. What can I do? What is the best way for me to spend the rest of the 7 days of my life? And he heard the Bhagavatam. So, the idea is that he was having darshan of the Lord through Harikatha for those 7 days. So the idea is, which one is more powerful? Seeing the Lord directly, having darshan directly, which he did in his womb, or hearing the Harikatha? And hearing the Harikatha is even more powerful than seeing the darshan, because hearing the Harikatha, you're getting more nourishment, like you're getting more I'm not explaining. I shouldn't try to explain why, but that was the idea, that hearing Hari Katha is amazing. So what we're doing right now by reading this and by hearing it, that is the most powerful thing we can do. This is the best way to serve Bhagwan Shri Krishna, is to hear Hari Katha. It's so important. Hearing and chanting, it's so important. So, and reading is part of hearing. Reading is the same thing as hearing. So yeah, using our time to hear every moment of our lives, if we can manage to keep reminding ourselves, keep bringing ourselves, I mean, every moment is not possible because we're doing all kinds of other things, but we just keep bringing our mind back. Okay, we're doing this for Krishna. We're doing this for Krishna. Why am I doing this right now? Why am I at my job right now? I'm doing this for Krishna. Just remember it as much as I can. So yeah, because this hearing is extremely powerful. Okay. So Queen Kunti and the 5 sons, the Pandavas, and Draupadi addressed Krishna Bhagwan as he started for home. Kunti Maharani said, O Krishna, I offer my obeisances unto you because you are the original personality and are unaffected by qualities of the material world. Again, like Radhika Raman Prabhu saying, they glorify. All over the Srimad Bhagavatam, first of all, what they do is they glorify Bhagwan Shri Krishna, and then they say anything else that they want to say. Then they ask for whatever they want to ask for. The first thing they do is glorify. I offer my obeisances unto you because you are the original personality and unaffected by the qualities of the material world. You are existing both within and without everything, and yet you are invisible to all. Text 19. Beyond the range of limited sense, you are beyond the range of limited sense perception. You are the eternally irreproachable factor covered by the curtain of deluding energy. You are invisible to the foolish observer, exactly as an actor dressed as a player is not recognized. Text 20. You yourself descend to propagate the transcendental science of devotional service unto the hearts of advanced transcendentalists and mental speculators, who are purified by being able to discriminate between matter and spirit. How then can we women know you perfectly? Text 21. Let me therefore offer my obeisances unto the Lord who has become the son of Vasudeva, the pleasure of Devki, the boy Nanda of Nanda, and the other cowherd men of Vrindavan, and the enlivener of cows and the senses. Text 22. My respectful obeisances are unto you, O Lord, whose abdomen is marked with a depression like a lotus flower, who are always decorated with garlands of lotus flowers, whose glance is as cool as the lotus, and whose feet are engraved with lotuses. So beautiful, no? Text 23. O Rishikesh, master of senses and lord of lords, you have released your mother Devki, who was long imprisoned and distressed by the envious King Kamsa, and me and my children from a series of constant dangers. Text 24. This is where I think it's going to happen, where Kunti is saying, please let calamities befall on me so that I can always turn to you, because it is only when calamities befall on me that I can turn to you and we get to have your association. So these are like very, very powerful prayers, and people are like, who wishes for calamities, right? Nobody wishes for calamities, but she's wishing for calamities. My dear Krishna, your lordship has protected us from poison cake. Oh, excuse me. Radhika Raman Prabhu in his lecture had also said that you specify exactly why you're expressing your gratitude. So she's expressing gratitude, and she's now giving exact reasons of why. My dear Krishna, your lordship has protected us from poison cake, from great fire, from cannibals, from vicious assembly, from sufferings during our exile in the forest, and from the battle where great generals fought. And now you have saved us from the weapon of Ashwatthama. Text 25. I wish that all those calamities, there you go, all those calamities would happen again and again so that we could see you again and again. For seeing you means we will no longer see repeated births and deaths. Text 26. My lord, your lordship can easily be approached, but only by those who are materially exhausted. One who is on the path of material progress, trying to improve himself with respectable parentage, great opulence, high education, bodily beauty, cannot approach you with sincere feeling. Text 27. My obeisances are unto you who are the property of the materially impoverished. You have nothing to do with actions and reactions of the material modes of nature. You are self-satisfied and therefore you are most gentle and are the master of the monists. I'm smiling, laughing because I just heard this lecture. I was just hearing of Hari Parshad Prabhu talking about how we want to not be too renunciate, because being a renunciate makes us hard-hearted. Not being like not that we don't want to become a renunciate, but like we want to go about it in a very right way, because otherwise we can become hard-hearted. And Rup Goswami has said that. So okay. So yeah, I don't know why I remembered that with the text 26. Yeah. Text 28. My Lord, I consider your Lordship to be eternal time, the Supreme Controller, without beginning and end, the all-pervasive one. In distributing your mercy, you are equal to everyone. The dissensions between living beings are due to social intercourse. Yeah. You are eternal time, you are without beginning and end, all pervasive one. There's I think Brahma Samhita verse 1 is something like that, no? Sarva Karana Karanam, your cause of all causes. Before that, I think Satchidananda Vigraha, that's the second line, something. Now I want to know, I want to remember. Text 29. O Lord, no one can understand your transcendental pastimes, which appear to be human, so are misleading. You have no specific object of favor, nor do you have any object of envy. People only imagine that you are partial. So you are not partial, you are completely impartial. Text 30. Of course it is bewildering, O soul of the universe, that you work through, though you are inactive, that you take birth, though you are the vital force and the unborn. You yourself descend amongst animals, men, sages, and aquatics. Verily, this is bewildering. Text 31. My dear Krishna, Yashoda took up a rope to bind you when you committed an offense, and your perturbed eyes overflooded with tears which washed the mascara from your eyes. And you were afraid. Satanka netram. This is Damodar Ashtakam. So the first verse it says like or second verse says his eyes were filled with terror. Atank is like terrorist, Atankvadi, right? That's so he's like his eyes were filled with terror because his mom was Yashoda Maya was chasing him and she caught him. You yourself descended. This is the difference between Krishna consciousness and all religions, including Hinduism. This in everything, because everywhere else devotees are afraid of God, and here God is afraid of his devotees because he completely is controlled by his devotees. He surrenders to their love, so he's afraid of his mom tying him up. Of course it is bewildering, O soul of the universe, that you work, though you're inactive, that you take birth, though you're vital force enough. You descend amongst animals, men, sages, and aquatics. Verily, this is bewildering. Text 31. My dear Krishna, Yashoda took up a rope to bind you. You're perturbed, okay. You were afraid, though fear personified is afraid of you. This sight is bewildering to me. Text 32. Some say that the unborn is born for the glorification of pious kings, and others say that he is born to please King Yadu, one of your dearest devotees. You appear in his family as sandalwood appears in the Malay hills. Text 33. Others say that since both Vasudeva and Devaki prayed for you, you have taken your birth as their son. Undoubtedly you are unborn, and yet you take birth for their welfare and to kill those who are envious of the demigods. Text 34. Others say that the world, being overburdened like a boat at sea, is much aggrieved, and that Brahma, who is your son, prayed for you, so you have appeared to diminish the trouble. Text 35. Yet others say that you appeared for the sake of rejuvenating the devotional service of hearing, remembering, worshipping, and so on. In order that the conditioned souls suffering from material pangs might take advantage and gain liberation. Text 36. O Krishna, those who continuously hear, chant, and repeat your transcendental activities, or take pleasure in others doing so, certainly see your lotus feet, which alone can stop the repetition of birth and death. So this is cool, right? This is the important thing. Those who continuously chant and repeat your activities. Those who are continuously bodhayanta parasparam. 10:9. Macchitta madgata prana bodhayanta parasparam kathayantascha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. Bodhayanta parasparam, continuously talk about you, teach each other about you. Kathayantascha mam nityam. Katha, like they're talking about you, mam, about me, nityam, constantly. Uh, yeah. Certainly see your lotus feet. So if you do that, Tushyanti cha ramanti cha, they'll be happy. So here is saying they'll see your feet, which can stop the repetition of birth and death. Text 37, O my Lord, you have executed all duties yourself. Are you leaving us today? Though we're completely dependent on your mercy and have no one else to protect us, then now when all kings are at enmity with us. Text 38, as the name and fame of a particular body is finished with the disappearance of the living spirit, similarly, if you do not look upon us, our name, all our fame and activities, along with Pandavas and Yadus, will end all at once. Yeah, that is, I love this. I think I want to memorize this. 1:8:38. I should write this down. You see, as the body is over, when when the spirit leaves, then the body is dead, then nobody cares about the body. Similarly, if you leave, then everything is ending. Like our soul is finished. So please don't leave. Please don't leave us. I love this very much. Text 39. O Gadadhar Krishna, our kingdom is now being marked by the impressions of your feet, and therefore it appears beautiful. But when you leave, it will no longer be so. Please don't leave us. Text 40. All these cities and villages are flourishing in all respects because the herbs and grains are in abundance. The trees are full of fruits, the rivers are flowing, the hills are full of minerals, and the oceans full of wealth. And this is all due to your glancing over them. Text 41. O Lord of the universe, O soul of the universe, personality in the form of the universe, please therefore sever my tie of affection for my kinsmen, the Pandavas and the Vrishnis. Text 42, O Lord of Madhu, as the Ganga forever flows to the sea without hindrance, let my attraction be constantly drawn unto you without being diverted to anyone else. There's another very sweet prayer. Okay. I can see why there is a whole book, a whole entire book on Queen Kunti prayers. This is really, really wonderful. Now I'm even more motivated to read that. It's there by my pillow. um, Text 43. O Krishna, O friend of Arjun, O chief amongst the descendants of Rishni, you are the destroyer of those political parties which are disturbing elements on this earth. Your prowess never deteriorates. You are the proprietor of the transcendental abode, and you descend to relieve the distresses of the cows, brahmanas, and the devotees. You possess all mystic powers. You are the preceptor of the entire universe. You are the Almighty God, and I offer you my respectful obeisances. Yeah, so again, glorification. So glorification, then saying please don't leave, then saying I want calamities on me over and over again so that you don't leave. Please don't leave, I'm nothing without you, and then glorification again. Text 44. Sut Goswami said, the Lord, thus hearing the prayers of Kunti Devi, composed in choice words for his glorification, mildly smiled. That smile was as enchanting as his mystic power. Text 45. Thus accepting the prayers of Srimati Kunti Devi, the Lord subsequently informed other ladies of his departure by entering the prayer palace of Hastinapur. But upon preparing to leave, he was stopped by King Yudhishthir, who implored him lovingly. Text 46. King Yudhishthir, who was much aggrieved, could not be convinced, despite instructions by great sages, headed by Vyas and Lord Krishna himself, the performer of superhuman feats, and despite all historical evidence. Text 47. King Yudhishthir, the son of Dharma, overwhelmed by the death of his friends, was aggrieved just like a common materialistic man. O sages, thus deluded by affection, he began to speak. Text 48. King Yudhishthir said, O my lord, I am the most sinful man. Just see my heart, which is full of arrogance. This body, which is ultimately meant for others, has killed many, many phalanxes of men. Text 49. I've killed many boys, brahmanas, well-wishers, friends, parents, preceptors, and brothers. Though I live millions of years, I will not be relieved from the hell that awaits me for all these sins. Text 50. There is no sin for a king who kills for the right cause, who is engaged in maintaining his citizens. But this injunction is not applicable to me. So he's now really lamenting that I just killed too many people and I didn't kill them rightly. Text 51. I have killed many friends of women. I have thus caused enmity to such an extent that it is not possible to undo it by material welfare work. Text 52. As it is not possible to filter muddy water through mud or purify a wine-stained pot with wine, it is not possible to counteract the killing of men by sacrificing animals. Okay, so yeah, now Yudhishthira is really lamenting. And I think this is where the Bhishma Pitama conversations will happen, because Krishna directs him to Bhishma Pitama, and Bhishma Pitama, and there's a very nice story that Chaitanya Charan Prabhu talks about there. So I'll talk about it when we get there. Okay, so that's it for this video. We'll do Canto 1, Chapter 9 in the next video. Wish you all a day filled with lots and lots of spiritual growth, lots of mercy, Krishna Bhagwan's mercy, lots of bhakti, lots of prem, lots of love for Bhagwan Shri Krishna. Okay, wish you a beautiful day. Radhe Radhe.